I need to speak with you. Meet me in your office right away.
I'd love to, Francis, but I have to debrief Sarif first.
I suppose you could, or you could hear what I have to say and see if that doesn't change things. Pritchard out.
I can't believe it, Jensen. An internment camp smack dab in the middle of Detroit. Shit. You know, people have been talking about these kind of things ever since I was a kid. But to actually find evidence, to know the people running this country distrust us so much, makes you wonder if they really did close Guantanamo.
Hey Adam, you flying off again? I saw Malik refueling the chopper. No rest for the wicked, huh? Don't worry about HQ, we're on the job.
Any idea what the big guys got in store for you next, Mr. J? You go do what you gotta do. The team's gonna be sticking around to make sure nothing happens.
I'd like to finish up what I have to do so I can get home. I'd rather not spend another night at the office.
What is everyone still doing here? What am I still doing here? Now that things have calmed down, I think I'll head home.
Adam, did you hear? Someone stirred up a hornet's nest in gang territory. Derelict Row. The DRBs are raging. Apparently they're looking for some augmented nut who was in their territory. Guy's got a death wish. I hope my sister's all right. She lives near Derelict Row. Man, if it was up to me, I'd just carpet bomb the whole district. No big loss.
Hey boss, you been up to see Mr. Sarif yet? Asked me to remind you to go see him, if you haven't yet. He actually came by and spoke to me personally. Must be something important.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. You think we still need all this security in here now that the situation is behind us? Most of the office has gone home. Only the cleaning crew is sticking around.
Jensen?
Can you believe what's going on out there? Terrorists, demonstrations. I heard there's been lots of violence in Derelict Row, too. Gangs, I guess. Not too many casualties yet, but something's got them on edge. You can feel the tension in the air. I don't envy you living near there. That's where it'll blow up. Those gangs are just waiting for a spark.
I don't know about you, folks, but it's...
I saw William Taggart in the building earlier. Guy's got balls coming here. The Humanity Front? Shit. They're no better than those Purity First jerks. Only they attack us in the press.
You got anything you need help with, Mr. J, you come get me. I wouldn't mind busting some heads with you, especially some of those anti-augmentation radicals.
We need everyone on high alert. It's not only the pro-augs who might want to get at Taggart, but the ones against them too.
You're saying that pro-human activists might see this visit as treachery?
I'm just saying anything is possible, so keep your eyes out for suspicious characters.
Right.
No one relaxes until Taggart and his entourage are out of the building. Got it covered here, boss. Don't you worry. I think Mr. Sarif might be expecting you.
Hey boss, I heard there was some kind of commotion at the downtown police station earlier. You know that's the precinct that was handling the investigation into the first attack against us, don't you? We're attacked, then the police handling the investigation get attacked. I guess it's a stretch to think that the two are related.
Something about Taggart that I found a little mesmerizing.
He's a bigot, Walt.
I know, but he did this thing. I asked him if this was his first time in Detroit, and he started telling me how he came here in '06, the last game of the ALCS. You know when Kenny Rogers was spraying champagne everywhere?
I hate baseball.
So while he's telling me this, Denny comes over and tries to ask him something, but Taggart just holds up a hand, turns to me and says, "Excuse me, will you?" I thought it was a pretty polite gesture for somebody everyone keeps calling superior.
I'm sure Mussolini was polite too.
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Hey, Adam, you gonna leave something for us to do? Or are we only good enough for keeping watch over the cleaning crew? Your one-man army routine is gonna put us all out of jobs.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. You think we still need all this security in here now that the situation is behind us? Most of the office has gone home. Only the cleaning crew is sticking around.
Amazing. Even people in this company are hypnotized by Taggart's charm. I don't care what happened to his wife. The man's a bigot, plain and simple.
Jensen, did you happen to bump into Bill Taggart yet? I'd love to hear your impression of him. Man's got charisma, that's for sure. His aide looked a little nervous, though.
Get this, boss. William Taggart was here. Might still be here. I guess he met with Mr. Sarif about something. Surprised I didn't hear the discussion all the way down here. By the way, you said something about wanting to meet our head of security. Didn't sound too flattering either. I should have tossed him out on his ass.
What's up?
I'd like to finish up what I have to do so I can get home.
Adam, is Mr. Sarif really shipping you off to China? What's he thinking? You don't send your chief of security halfway around the world just hours after a terrorist attack on your company? It doesn't make sense.
You still here, boss? I would have thought you'd gone home by now. Most people have left for the day. After all the excitement, I guess they could use some rest.
Jensen, guess who was here? That Humanity Front guy. Trigger? Taggart? Taggart! Tell me something. Has he got a personal grudge against the big guy? If I didn't know how he felt about augmentations, I swear he was working for another company and trying to put us under.
Hey, Adam, you flying off again? I saw Malik refueling the chopper.
Is it true what they're saying? You found a FEMA prison camp right here in Detroit? Jesus Christ, this smells rotten. I'm not a conspiracy nut, but I've been listening to that radio guy. The government's getting ready for something big and keeping us in the dark again. You just watch.
Most of the team is sticking around, sir, in case the attack on the plant was just phase 1 of a more devious plan. I don't think anything will happen, though. Those Purity First guys don't seem smart enough.
When is someone gonna do something about those scumbag bangers in Derelict Row? They're everywhere. A decent person can't even walk through that area. I wish I was geared up like you, Jensen. I think I'd walk right in DRB territory and clean house.
You got anything you need help with, Mr. J, you come get me. I wouldn't mind busting some heads with you, especially some of those anti-augmentation radicals.
He kicked me out of his office saying he didn't have time for staff reports. I've never seen Frank this stressed out about something.
Well, can you blame him? A security breach of this magnitude? It's like our entire network has been violated.
How the hell did they get past the firewall?
I don't know, but he's got a shitload of new coding to do. All the passwords he has to reset? Ooh, ouch.
That's probably why he's so stressed.
No kidding.
Hey, Adam. I think Frank wanted to see you. He seemed really stressed. I'd better not keep you. Take it easy, okay?
Adam, is it true Mr. Sarif is sending you to China? I mean, you've only just got back to work, and I would think we'd need you here. I guess David knows what he's doing.
Just saw Taggart and his lapdog in here. What a couple of hypocrites, especially that doctor. I heard on the radio that Sandoval's been investigated for fraud and malpractice so many times, he has a lawyer on permanent retainer. Nothing sticks, though.
Taggart was just here, Adam. Did you know he has a rehab center out in Utah? Sounds more like a brainwash center to me. They convince people to get rid of their augmentations. Can you believe that? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they convinced them to do a bunch of things. You know what I mean?
Prison camp hidden in Highland Park? You've got to be kidding me.
That's what Will was saying. He heard Frank talking to David about it.
Oh, and Will is a reliable source. You know, he listens to that conspiracy radio DJ all the time.
I'm not so sure. The way things have been going around here lately, I'm starting to wonder if the government is up to something. Those men who attacked us 6 months ago had to have had military training.
Yeah, but not necessarily U.S. military training.
Meaning what?
Meaning we all know how much the Chinese want to get their hands on what we do here. And I just heard that Athena's getting Jensen a new passport. Do the math, ladies. Jensen, you talked to Mr. Sarif yet? I hear he may be sending you to China. I hope the trip's a short one. We'll all feel a hell of a lot safer once things get back to normal around here.
Adam, we're hearing the most incredible rumors around here. Someone really ought to put a stop to it. I mean, a secret FEMA prison camp. Really? People believe the most ridiculous nonsense sometimes.
I don't think anything will happen, though. Those Purity First guys don't seem smart enough.
I saw William Taggart in the building earlier. Guy's got balls coming here.
Get this, boss. William Taggart was here. Might still be here. I guess he met with Mr. Sarif about something. Surprised I didn't hear the discussion all the way down here.
I thought Mr. Sarif sent you home tonight, Adam. You've certainly had a busy first day back. You don't really believe the U.S. government is behind all these attacks, do you? I mean, they're one of our best clients. Adam, I just heard something that might interest you. My cousin called from police headquarters. Apparently there's been an incident. Major security breach. I hear they're shutting down the precinct to conduct a formal investigation. Sounds like a cover-up to me.
Hey, Jensen.
Hey, Jensen. How well do you know Farida? You know, the pilot? What's her, situation? I'd ask her, but, well, she's ogged, and I'm not. You know, and... never mind. She'd never go for a natch like me.
Adam, is Mr. Sarif really shipping you off to China? What's he thinking?
Hey, Mr. Jensen. Cindy left for the night about an hour ago. So did most of the others.
Hey, honey.
I guess you know your way around by now, though, right? I got the front desk, but don't expect me
Have
to
her
take
send
any
me her
phone
contact
calls.
information
That ain't in
and
my
resume.
contract.
Taggart was just here, Adam. Did you know he has a rehab center out in Utah? Sounds more like a brainwash center to me.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaias. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was... Too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know, hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuroposine dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Just doing my job here, sir. I'm sure you can appreciate that. Most of your people have been kind enough to give us a wide berth, so let's keep the hassle to a minimum.
Real shame what happened at your factory tonight. My condolences. We'll be out of here shortly. Then you can all relax.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Sarif had done something that could compromise us...
Mr. Sarif has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
I what?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. But you can't expect me to tell you every detail of this company's operations every single day. We're at war here, and it's your job to protect us from enemies who try to take us down. You should have found that loophole without my having to tell you about it. You know, Frank wanted me to hire experts, an outside security firm to protect us, but you convinced me you could do it. Are you saying you were wrong?
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
I see. I suppose they might have tried to do that. I just wonder if you're being a bit paranoid here. Fixating on details that aren't critical? I mean, are you so shaken up by what happened 6 months ago, by your failure to make a difference then, that you can't roll with the punches anymore? Damn it, Adam! I brought you back in today because you have an immediate crisis to deal with. Questioning me about things that don't matter isn't going to bring Megan back.
With all due respect, sir, I am trying to do my job. The job you hired me to do. The job you even brought me back in for tonight. But it feels like you're getting in the way. Especially when you start bringing Megan into this.
I'm not getting in the way, I just... Okay, look, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the one overreacting. If I'm reluctant to share the data with you, it's because there's legal issues involved. Every company has its secrets, son. And Megan's research was a big part of ours. But the data I streamed has nothing to do with her. It wasn't even proprietary in nature, so I don't want you wasting any more time harping on it. The shareholders expect me to take care of it, and I will. So leave it to me to deal with from here.
I would like nothing better than to trust you with this, boss. But trust is a two-way street, and the way you've handled this entire conversation so far makes me think that it's you who isn't trusting me. Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
Adam, of course I trust you, son. And it's not that I'm afraid to tell you the truth. It's just that, honestly, I'm afraid you'll take it the wrong way. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Sarif Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hangar.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in.